Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Japesar. I'm a DJ and music producer based in Brussels, Belgium. Today, I'm gonna show you how I produced my new record, Like We Do. Long story short, this year I'm working on this project called my Last Mixtape. Now, this is not just a regular mixtape where I play your favorite hits. This is gonna be my last mixtape, my own vision after rocking clubs for more than 25 years. I thought it's only right now to open this new playground for me. As a matter of fact, Logic Pro. So I'm gonna take you guys inside my creative world. I'm gonna show you through these different tutorials how I come up with ideas, how I bring my vision to life, how I work my textures, what are the plugins, the VSTs that I like to use, tips and tricks. I'm going to be sharing some of my secrets, my producer's secrets. I know a lot of you guys are following me on the socials for that too, so I thought it's only right for me to take you through my creative process. This last mixtape is dropping end of November, and this is the first single that just dropped actually yesterday. It's September 16th today. We're here in Brussels, and I'm about to show you how I came up with this record. To bring you a little context, in 2020, I already released Like We Do Part 1 alongside Basie from Kingston, Jamaica, and DJ Septik from Brussels. It was a bit frustrating because back then, remember, we had the first lockdown. I think all the clubs, festivals were closed. DJs were not playing music anymore, and yet this was a dope record. So this was already the first step in this creative process, since the bass line of this record was already pretty strong. I decided to sample myself. Use the OG, the bass OG. You see it right here. I basically bounced it in place, exported it here to the new version. I wanted to start with the original feel, and that's how it sounds. So you see it's pretty much medium. I cut off all the subs, kept it stereo, and added a bumper, a little side chain. This is the original bass from the original record, Like We Do 1.0. Of course, drums. What I'm gonna do here, we're gonna go over the main drums that you see here a bit in just a few minutes. But first, what I did is sample the first loop of this record back then when I made that beat, used it in the intro along with the OG bass. Add a kick to that. Now, there's one thing important about this kick here, is that it doesn't have full bass. I wanted to keep it light so that we can bring a little contrast. I love contrast in every production, in my arrangement. That's how I like to think. So when K-More, the first artist that starts the record, gets the full kick along with the 808, this record is pretty much straightforward. It's not like you see there's like 43 tracks. I wanted to keep it straightforward. There's no drop. It's three artists: K-More from London, Adje from Amsterdam, and Basie from Kingston, Jamaica. So this is basically how it starts. I put the Basie vocals, I think, on a telephone kind of EQ, added some RC20, some compression EQ with C4, of course, OTT. And this is how the beginning sounds. They can do it like we do. They can do it like we do. They can rock the place. All right, referring to the original record, we're going to move on to the first verse and listen to the way that K-More just entered on that beat, man. Being a rap lover, I grew up in hip hop. The way this guy just starts this fucking record is simply amazing. 10 out of 10 when I went come forward, come central. So it was only right. I need to bring that contrast, right? As soon as this beat starts, I know it's an important moment even for the DJs. That's when the people start dancing for good and for real. So let's start with the drum line. Drums are very important for me. I'm gonna zoom in here and show you how I built the drums. It all starts with this simple, I'm gonna call it a dancehall kick. It's not even a kick, a brush percussion, whatever. See? 1, 2, 1, 2. To this line of hats that I reworked myself, adding a conga, the typical snares. And basically, here we are, guys. This is the top drum line, and then adding just the kick and the full bass kick. See? So really that groove kicking in. I'm gonna mute the kick for now. I like to listen to my, how I build a beat without kick. For me is, I don't know, for some reason it inspires me in a different way. So let me open up the 808. The MIDI first is here. It's all about the bass line, basically, We're going to go over the couple of melodies, but there's not so many melodies, elements. The 808 is what drives you through this record. Pretty much repetitive, but then there's a silence to finish the line, all right? There's a little variation later on in the verse. As well, not just to make it too redundant. So 808 with the top drums. You just heard it. Adding the full kick. This is pretty much working, guys. Like adding the vocals of Kmore, and we got a killer beginning.
10 out of 10 when you went, girl. Come forward, come central. Pandemonium when you...
Now, the melodies. Let me go over the melodies. There's not much, like I said. The 808s are dominating this record. So it's on the second part of the verse. What did I add here? Of course, I like brass, but I tried to leave them in the back. They don't want to make it a typical trap brass, type of thing. So what did I add on here? Of course, an EQ. Get rid of the high end. It needs to bring some darkness. So if you're telling me about darkness, I'm going to bring out my little alto boy, my best friend here on Logic. I love the format. Combined with the drive, guys, this brings up a bit more harmonies. Sometimes format, takes out some of the notes, some of the tones. So I like to bring up the drive. I hate the pitch though. I hate it. Like, I don't know. It has this robotic thing. I never use the pitch from Alto Boy. If this makes you, if you find a nice way to use it, great. But me, I'd rather focus on the format here and then the drive. On top of that, I layered it with a wobble bass. That also sounds a bit like a brass, but it's still a wobble bass. And very important in a lot of productions when it needs to be a bit serious, not happy. I like to bring in this tension. It's basically a random sample that I like to take. Here I'm going to use the quick sampler of Logic. I have this flute 23, whatever it is. You see how it just stays up? I mean, there's a filter here, but let me cut it. This brings the tension. Like one note on loop, and you're free to just add up your melody line the way you want, but keep this one in the back and you're gonna have more tension. Now let me take out the sample, the effects, because I did some kind of processing here. This is how it sounded at first. Adding some EQ, some reverb, some what's that, pumper, Alto Boy, of course, which goes down to minus 7.2 with some drive 2, another EQ, sample delay to add more space, and then the filter added some soft clipping here. Bus 8 is a doubler, yes, and bus 3 is another reverb, I think, yes. That's how this Flute 23 sounds, and the melody, of course, is a filter, but now with the brass. You see? Huh. I love this.
Oh, me do it that I want tree. For the girl worldwide, different countries. We not TikTok, but we give them routines. Make them dance like dancer queen.
There we go.
DJ Septik that I want him. Get the message it sent, can't answer. Start from a band, so they drip clean.
Now, moving to the chorus. I told you in the beginning, there's no drop in this song. Could have added a drop, but I don't feel like it needed it. The guys killed it. I wanted to keep the focus on the verses, the rap, their flow, the way these guys just cut it. K-More, bassy, and now Adje. But right before the Adje part, I wanted to talk about the chorus, because I didn't want to just keep this rotation going on loop all the way till the end. I wanted to use the chorus in order to introduce every K-More and Adje's verses in the right way. So how I thought about this chorus is adding this anticipation feel. So I'm gonna start with those snares here, which I modulated here with a sound shift. So starts pretty regular. Sound shift is a VST that I use for the pitch, and now look, it's going up, up, up. Now, I don't know if that's common for a chorus, but I really wanted to use that part that Basie made to introduce those other artists. So how does that sound like? Oh, I also added this bass here, this Reese. Basically, it's about semitone here. Okay, bring darkness, the anticipation, those risings there, this build up is really important, so that when Adje starts, man, it's gonna be really sick. Listen to it.
They can do it like we do. They can do it like
so we're right in the middle of the song at this point. K-More just finished, but I need to keep the energy up so that when Adje gets in, the energy doesn't go down. The energy can go down. There we go.
Amsterdam groot op mijn pata shirt. Street nigga, yeah, I came up in a lot of dirt.
Now, I just couldn't keep the beats as in the K-More verse. You know me, I don't like to keep twice the same 8 bar. So what I did though, didn't change much, but I wanted to add this other bass. Remember how the 808s were working? This is pretty much low end, yeah, subs with a bit of distortion. But then I felt like there was still room in terms of frequencies to add this counter time. I don't know, it just brings another groove to it. Some of you might say it's very subtle, but this medium bass is important for me. See if we bring this back up. Again, very simple things, but it just feels like this runs perfectly. See? If I just mute this, add the vocals. I like to do this, just mute most parts and just play one element with another. These are the basses with Adje.
Amsterdam groot op mijn pata shirt. Street nigga, yeah, I came up in a lot of dirt. Soms voel ik mijn Ice Cube van de Benelux. Deze dagen pedicure, hou meteen een luxe. Je broer zei me, je moet zitten met Jape Saad.
That's right. Here we are, guys. This is Like We Do 2.0. We're almost at the end. Like I told you, I didn't want to have any drop on this song. I just wanted to let it flow all the way to the last chorus, bassy, ending up things. This build up thing.
They ain't got no swag, ain't got no dough to do it like we do.
And now we're just gonna let the beat run, because it just works, right? So, this is Like We Do 2.0. Make sure you guys to go check out the full version. It's out on every DSPs. My last mixtape is coming this year. If you've been following me on the socials, you know I like to talk about how we do things. This is the perfect record to start the mixtape. How I like to do and innovate and share secrets, tips and tricks with you guys. It's all about building this community. Much love and respect to everybody supporting me with this music. My last mixtape drops in November this year, probably end of November. We got 17, 18 records with more than 20 artists from all around the globe. This was the first breakdown, guys. Thank you so much. Bear with me here. I'm not a YouTuber, all right? I'm just a music producer, DJ, passionate about music and how we can break the rules, break the codes. I hope you guys learned something in this video. Of course, sign up to this channel. If this is the first time you see me here, make sure to drop me a comment, like this video, join me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We're on almost every platform. My last mixtape is coming to you very soon. Shout out to all the producers, the DJs. Like I said, don't hesitate to reach out to me. And yeah, let's stay in touch, guys. This was Japesar all the way from Brussels City, Hug Studio in Belgium for the first breakdown of Like We Do 2.0. Thank you, guys.